Today on Sugar Spun Run, I'll be showing you how to make potato chip cookies. Hey Sugar Spun bakers, Sam here, and today I'm so excited to be sharing another carefully tested, well-researched, and perfected recipe. This one is a fun one. We are combining classic chocolate chip cookies with potato chips for a fun, salty and sweet, crunchy and soft and chewy cookie. I think you're going to love this one, so let's go ahead and get started by preheating our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now the first thing you need for today's recipe is 1 cup of melted, unsalted butter. You want to make sure that the butter is melted, but it also shouldn't be so hot that it feels warm to the touch. This butter's had about 10-15 minutes to sit, so it's good to go. Now we'll add 1 cup of firmly packed dark brown sugar and 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, and we'll stir these together until everything is nicely combined. Next, we're going to add 2 large eggs, preferably room temperature, and 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract, and we'll stir these in until everything is nicely combined. All right, so once we have everything nicely combined, we're going to set this aside, and in a separate mixing bowl, we're going to combine 3 cups of all-purpose flour with 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 3/4 teaspoon of table salt. We'll whisk everything together until it's nicely combined, and now we're going to gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. I like to do this in about 3 to 4 parts, and after each addition, you want to make sure that all of the flour mixture has been completely absorbed by the dough. All right, once we have the dough nicely combined, now let's get to our add-ins. We are going to use 2 cups of crushed potato chips for today's recipe. I like to measure them after I've crushed the potato chips because I like to have a lot in there. So what I'll do is I'll just take my chips, and you want to use regular traditional flavor potato chips. They can be rippled or not rippled. I'm not using ripple today. I'm going to place these in a Ziploc bag, and then I just like to crunch them up with my hands. You don't want to totally grind them into fine crumbs. I like to have some discernible pieces remaining, especially since they're going to get broken up a little bit more as I'm mixing them in. So once you crush the potato chips, we'll go ahead and measure out 2 cups. We're also going to add 1 cup of mini chocolate chips. The chocolate really complements the potato chips so nicely. It gets a really nice salty sweet combo there. Now we'll stir everything in, and you want to use a spatula or a spoon at this point. You're going to be breaking up the potato chips a little bit more as you mix them in. That's totally fine. Since there's no chilling required for today's recipe, now we can go ahead and scoop and bake our cookie dough. I like to scoop the dough by about 2 tablespoon sized scoops, and you can just drop these directly on the baking sheet, but because of all the potato chips, the dough kind of wants to fall apart a little bit, so I like to use my hands to form it into a ball and then just briefly roll it between my palms. This will make for nice, slightly more uniform cookies. Now space the cookies at least 2 inches apart on the baking sheet, and then we'll take these over to our 350 degree Fahrenheit preheated oven, where they're going to need to bake for about 10 to 12 minutes. Now as soon as the cookies come out of the oven, one thing I like to do, because they're not salty enough already, is I like to add a nice sprinkle of sea salt to the top. Now let the cookies cool completely on the baking sheet before enjoying. And that is how easy it is to make these super fun, if not the most attractive, potato chip cookies. I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe, and if you try this one out, please leave me a comment and let me know what you think. I always love hearing from you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.